Hello, Sharks fans! My name is Jacob Boyd, and I'm going to be presenting to you guys today the San Jose Sharks versus the Anaheim Ducks preseason rematch preview. The San Jose Sharks did just lose to the Anaheim Ducks last night by the score of 4-2. But the Sharks look to rebound against the Ducks tonight in Anaheim. And the Sharks and Ducks will be playing at 7 p.m. I wanted to kind of go ahead and give you kind of the agenda for today, where the Sharks. I'm going to be going over where you could find the game, where you can stream it, and then kind of get into the players that are going to be playing. So basically the rosters for both teams, but go into what the Sharks need to do in this game to get the W, and then not only that, kind of go into all the players and what those players are going to be able to, or what the Sharks fans need to get out of this game tonight. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. So this is where, so it's going to be basically the Sharks are going to be battling the Ducks in the rematch, but I wanted to show you guys the link, which is here highlighted in the URL here. I'm also going to have it in the next link, so you can follow that. I'm also going to be putting that on my Twitter, which is Hello Sharks Fans. And I'll be able to link that to you guys as well. But the puck drops at 7 p.m. And all you have to do is click this Ducks stream, because I don't think the Sharks will be streaming this on their sjsharks.com. So you're going to have to come here and hit this stream button, and then you'll be able to hear the Ducks audio and video network. So the Anaheim Ducks are also 2-0, and the Sharks preseason is at 1-1. But kind of going over, who's going to be in the lineup. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. Let's go ahead and go into here. So the goaltender that is going to be starting tonight is going to be Georgi Romanov. He had a nice showing in the San Jose Sharks training camp scrimmages, but not only that, he had a nice rookie face-off game win. And Sharks fans are he's a big, tall goaltender, a lot of athleticism. I think a lot of Sharks fans are gonna really love this kid. He's very athletic. He can get side to side, but also at I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". So young kid too. Ton of potential, really raw still, but it seemed like he knew where to be in the crease in that rookie faceoff that he won. So good for Georgi. I'm looking forward to having him a good night tonight. And you're going to want to see that, because he's going to be, vying for that AHL top goaltender spot with E2 McAnamy, I'm assuming. So we'll see what he can do. And again, he is young, so Sharks fans, look out for this goaltender tonight. Next, you'll have Henry Thrun on defense. He's going to probably be that top line. And again, he had a great preseason game 1 against the Las Vegas Golden Knights with a 2-goal and 1 assist performance. You're going to want to see, more of the same. What can he do on the power play? How does he play in front of the net with this Anaheim Ducks relentless forecheck that it seemed like they had last game? A little bit different players on the other side, but we'll see how that is and how he thwarts some of that forecheck and you want to see if he can make good, quick outlet passes. Next, you have Kyle Burrows. I think these two defensemen were the best in game number one of the preseason against the Vegas Golden Knights. Burrows coming off a goal and an assist performance. Um, and you're going to look for, Kyle Burrows to maybe jump up in the play on the offensive side. Will he clear out the front of the net? Will he be as strong and as physical as game number one preseason against that Golden Knights team? Can he repeat that performance? Is what you're wanting to see from Burrows. Next, you got Matt Benning. Another defenseman who's probably going to be paired up on that second defenseman role. I mean, a second line pairing. And Matt Benning was pretty solid last season. He's getting his first game in the preseason tonight. He was hampered with like a lower body injury in early in the preseason, so that's why he hasn't got in either of these games. But he's our NHL probably second or third D pairing, where you're going to want to see Matt Benning kind of jump up in the play as well. He has a good point shot. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a little bit of power play time. With Henry Thrun being there, I think he gets most of the playing time there. But I'm looking to see Matt Benning, if he's physical enough in front of the net. I felt like that was like more like the worst part of his game last year is he's just not super big and physical, but he does break out very well. So let's see some physicality out of him tonight. Will he win the loose pucks? And things of that nature. So you want to see Matt Benning do well. Next, you have Jacob McDonald. He's probably going to be an AHL, NHL tweener. He played a lot of games with the Sharks last year, whether it was forward, whether it was defenseman. He got into the lineup just because we were thin on defense last year. But Jacob McDonald, he kind of plays hard. He's physical. He does play some offense. He does step up into the play, which I like, but sometimes he gets a little lackadaisical on defense and pinches up too much. Let's see if he can, be steady defender a little bit more this year, but he's coming into his first game as well. Next, you have Thomas Bordelot is going to get into the lineup for his second time. I thought his first game against the Vegas Golden Knights was just up and down. Nothing really jumped out at you offensively, but he did play like a little bit more defensive, which, I'm all for. I think Thomas Bordelot, if he plays that defensive game, his offensive game will come into play. So look for Thomas Bordelot, though, to be on a power play unit, moving forward in this game tonight, as he should be, a kind of a go-to figure on that role with the lineup that we have in tonight. Next, we have Filip Zadina, kind of our, one really standout player that will make the NHL roster this go around in terms of who's playing tonight. It could be Zadina and Bordelot, like the only players that I see that would make this NHL roster, but Zadina is in tonight, and I want to see, I know that there's a lot of penalty killers in terms of, the Sharks AHL roster here. So I wonder if he's going to get any time there, but he should also be on the power play because he's probably, our most skilled player here. So he did have a game already played in the Las Vegas Golden Knights game. But I thought he looked good. He went to the front of the net. He screened the goalie twice. Didn't get any points from it, but look for Zadina to do much more of the same. And you'll see him probably both on the power play and penalty kill. He should get a ton of minutes tonight. Next, you got Ryan Carpenter. He did play that first game as well. He was a -1 in a game that, the Sharks had a lot better time in. But, I hope to see a little bit more from Carpenter, that physical game that he plays. He will go to the front of the net, though, Sharks fans. So look for that. You're going to want to see him shoot the puck, get it low, so that his line mates can get rebounds. Next, you got Jacob Peterson. Peterson has, a ton of potential. He's kind of the workhorse of a line. He makes things happen. You're going to want to see him just throw it on net and go for rebounds. He's also very good at setting up players. So look for Jacob Peterson to set it up. And then he also gets in that front of the net area where he can score goals. So he does find the open ice and he does allow himself to get open. So you're going to want to see Jacob Peterson get open in those slot areas. That's what he likes to do. He was a -2 in the previous game. So you're going to want to see Jacob Peterson, kind of fix that defensive end though. Next, you have Gannon Larocque. Gannon is, excuse me. Gannon is got in on that first game. He should be a little bit better defensively. And you just want to see an improvement from game one because I just thought he was so in his game one. But this kid is a super talent. And you should see him really step up tonight so that because he's vying for an AHL spot. Nathan Todd, he had a really good game, preseason game one against the Vegas Golden Knights. He got that goal, just kind of chipped it top bar down. And you'd love to see that goal from him, from a fourth line type player, big bodied. He's going to be on the forecheck. He's going to chip it deep whenever he can, just so that kind of like a dump and chase mentality. But, you want to play in their end on the fourth line and, get it out of your own end. So you're going to want to see those qualities from Nathan Todd. Next, you have Radim Shimmick. Shimmick's getting his first game action of the preseason. Another Czech player where, you hope to have him bounce back and have a good season. In the training camp, in the scrimmages, he's just been all right. He hasn't been a standout player. But if he wants a third D pairing role on this team, he's going to have to play well in these preseason games. So you look for Shimmick to be steady defensively. He's not much doesn't have much offensive upside, but he does shoot the puck low to get tips. So hopefully he can bring that side of his game out tonight and get on the score sheet. Hopefully he could play well in the defensive end. That's what you really want to see though. Next, you have Tristan Robbins. He's already played in 2 games already. Me personally, I haven't liked his game. I know some pundits have, but I thought he was lackluster in both the preseason games so far. He does have some moments where he shows up, but generally it's that defensive zone that he just is not physical enough, and he's just too small, I feel like. But it's just an opinion of mine, and hopefully we can see a better defensive game from him. He does bring that offensive upside, so you may see him. He's good at passing, so look for his passes to be spot on tonight, and hopefully work himself on the score sheet. Next, you have Giovanni Smith. He's played in that Las Vegas Golden Knights game, 1 game played. He really had a nice maneuver, where he couldn't get it over the sprawling goaltender doing the splits, and then he got his blocker up to kind of get it on not a breakaway, but right in front of the net. He had an opportunity and he couldn't put it home, but it was a nice little move. And I hope Giovanni Smith can play that physical game, forecheck really hard. That's what you really want to see from him. And then how does he come back defensively? Is he going to be back checking, he's just such a big body. Sometimes he's kind of just gliding on the ice rather than skating full speed. He kind of skates under control. So Sharks fans, you're not going to see that rah like kind of like Mario Ferraro where he's moving his skates like at a quick speed. He's kind of just under control. He wants to just play the body a bit on you. Just look for Giovanni Smith to get in front of the net and screen goalies and forecheck. Next, you have Adam Raska, his first game action of the preseason. Raska is kind of an Aussie Black player where he's going to be on the forecheck. He's a pest. He's going to try to create turnovers, fourth line kind of role. Wonder what Raska's game is going to be tonight. He's going to look to secure his AHL fourth line position, fourth line role in this game tonight, and we'll see what he has to offer. Next, you have Cole Castles, that kind of like an AHL type tryout guy. He did well in that first game with an assist. I thought he also really skated hard against the Vegas Golden Knights and won loose puck battles. So I'm looking for more of the same from him. So Sharks fans, you'll get to see, somebody that forechecks hard, always, trying to win the puck. Next, you got Brandon Coe. You're looking for a winger to support play. You're looking for a big guy to play like that Giovanni Smith. Hopefully maybe they're on the line where they're just two huge bodies, forechecking, back checking, kind of doing the dirty work. Next, you got Daniil Gushkin. Daniil has played one game, and he got an assist on I forget whose goal it was, but it was a really nice pass into like the high slot area. A really nice goal. And Daniil Gushkin's kind of like that offensive, player who played well in the power play against the Vegas Golden Knights. So look for more of the same from him. Next, you got Nikita Hoytuk. Nikita played a really good game. His first game against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Didn't allow much, stepped up in the neutral zone when he had to, stepped up in the defensive zone, stepped up in the offense. But I thought he played a whole game against the Vegas Golden Knights and looked really good defensively. So look for Nikita to do the same thing. Maybe he could get up into the play a little bit more and hopefully I want to see his shot. I haven't seen a shot yet. So look forward to Nikita's game tonight. Next, you got Ozzy Weisblatt. Up and down the lineup. I thought he had an okay game in his first game. In training camp, he's been just okay as well. He's really small in stature, and I just hope that he can play well tonight and show me and the coaching staff what he has to offer. Is it more of a fourth line guy? Is it a third line guy? Is he more skilled? Is he more of a checking guy? I want to see more from Ozzy and what he wants his game to be like. And last but not least, you got Justin Bailey, kind of a tryout player where he just joined kind of late or early into training camp. Well, right before training camp started, Mike Greer signed him to a PTO. I'm wondering what he can do. He's another big guy, tall, lengthy, but really can skate fast. So see what he can do. I only seen him in Sharks training camp. Where he kind of showed off some speed that I wasn't expecting from such a tall guy. Anyways, that is the Sharks preseason, or the Sharks preseason roster for tonight's game. A couple notes that you're going to have from the Ducks. You're going to probably get not a top line, but you're going to get like an Adam Henrique. You're going to get Radko Gudas tonight on D. He's a newcomer for from the Florida Panthers. It's unfortunately we don't get Anthony Duclair versus Radko Gudas. That would be fun. Former Florida Panthers teammates, but anyways, you got Alex Killorn, a new addition to the Anaheim Ducks. You got Troy Terry is playing. Brett Leeson did score a goal versus us last night. He'll be in again. Brock McGinn, brother of, oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the name. Jamie McGinn, ex San Jose Shark. You got Leo Carlson. I think a number 2 overall pick of this year's draft will also be in for the Anaheim Ducks. So look out for Leo. Zach Cassian is going to be playing again. Olin Zellweger is going to be playing again. He dominated the Sharks last night. Trevor Carrick will be in. It said that he was supposed to be in yesterday, but he didn't get in. Let's see here. Anybody else? No, nobody else that stands out. So that's going to be the Sharks versus Ducks roster. So look for that tonight. Next, I wanted to kind of go over some. So here is the link for the Sharks and Ducks where you can see it on the URL. So you can just type this in and it'll pop up to stream the game. But a couple injury updates is both Quentin Musty and Artem Guriev are out for the Sharks practice, but they're wearing orange. They were wearing orange jerseys today, meaning it's non-contact. But they were out there, which was good to see. Next, Coach Quinn also didn't seem too concerned about Mikael Granlund's absence from practice today. He said that he's feeling better and he is just day to day. So Sharks fans should be okay with Granlund being back probably pretty soon. I would say maybe even as early as Saturday's preseason game against the Kings. Some line combinations for tonight's game. You're going to see that Coach Quinn did state to the media that it's going to be Peterson, Borderlo, and Zadina probably being the top line. And then he didn't go over what the other lines will be, but he did mention that it's going to be Henry Thrun and Matt Benning as the top D pairing. And then the second D pairing is Hoytuk and Burrows. So they'll be pairing up as well with the Sharks D2 pairing. And then the starting goalie for tonight for the Sharks will be Georgi Romanov. And then Quinn did state to the media that Magnus Krona will probably start Saturday's game against the LA Kings at SAP Center. And so look for that to happen. Unless things do change, he said that things could change if there's any, buddy getting hurt or anything like that. But yeah, that's going to do it for my Sharks versus Ducks rematch preview. Look for my my game review tomorrow around 12 noon. So that's 9/28/2023 for the review of this game. And yeah, my name is Jacob Boyd with Hello Sharks fans. I would love for you to drop a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think about this video. And if I can improve on anything, I would love to hear from you. Again, Jacob Boyd, peace.